All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to work on construction number 32 today, which is to construct the dynamic rectangles within a square. Now, we'll see the spec sheet here. We start with the given square. We make one arc movement, and based on that one arc movement, we can figure out all of our square measurements or dynamic rectangle measurements from there, right? We're going to end up making four different rectangle measurements, and let's get to work on this. So when we do this, we're going to use the calculator suite because we need to be precise with our measuring and whatnot. So I'll do a clean sheet of paper. Okay, so we'll start with a square, and the way I'm going to make that is with a circle. I'll put a point up here, and then we'll rotate that point by 90 degrees, rotate around the point. Okay, now I'm going to change the letters here. I'll make this circle O. Is that going to be enough? No, I'll have to make it circle Z. And so this one is A. And this one is C. And this one is D. And then we're going to hide the label and that big circle. And this object. And actually, why don't I hide point C also? And then we can finish our square with segments. And let's hide the labels. First move this over, and we'll line this up. There we go. Now we need to cut an arc that goes from A to C, and we need to use the compass tool for that. So we'll measure from D to A and put that circle on D, and then we draw a line Step 2 here says draw DB and label E as the intersection. Okay. So every line segment I make, it's gonna put this little letter on there naming that line segment, and every time I'm gonna hide that label, just because I don't want 100 million of those things when I'm done. All right, so that was point E, and then we'll make a parallel line that will be parallel to this up here, but it goes through that point E, and again, hide the label. And then mark the intersections. Those are F and G. F and G. Okay. My next step 4, says draw DG and then label H, the intersection of the arc, and the parallel line goes through H. Okay, so segment from D to G, and again hide the label. Mark the intersection. And this should be, that point should be H. And I have I and Q over here. Okay. Parallel line, that's parallel to this line, but through H. Okay. And we just keep making our way down the side. With the segments, then hiding the labels, marking the intersections, and then using the parallel line tool. And again, hide the label. And mark the intersections. Should be L and M. L and M. And then draw the segment. So NOP. Okay. So these are all dynamic rectangles, root 2, root 3, root 4, and root 5. So I need to make my measurements. Let's go from D to C, and then from F, D, C, G. And the last one, we'll measure from P to C. Okay. So I need to write these all down. Let me pause the video while I write all this stuff down. All right, I have everything written down, and the dynamic rectangles are always going to be length over width. So our first one, which is root 2, square root of 2, oops, sorry, square root of 2, which is 1.414, and that's going to be the length, which is 14.6758 over 10.3773. And then root 3, which is square root of 3. This is 1.3 1.732, and the square root of 4, this is 14.6758 over 7.3379, and root 5, which is 2.236. Team 6758 over 6.5632, And let's divide these out and see what we get. That is 2.236. And 7.3379 equals 2.000 and 14.6758 divided by 8.731 equals 1.732. And 14.6758 divided by 10.3773 equals 1.414. Okay, so we have these all ready to go. And now we just need to let me write our measurements in here, or the calculations. Let's go like this. Let's move this over. I'm gonna move it over to right here. All right, so my first one is for root 2. So the square root of 2 is 1.414. And 14.6758. So DC over GC equals 14.6758 divided by 10.3773. That equals 1.414. So then DFGC is a Now we're going to do square root of 3. This equals 1.732. And we have IQ, or wait, DC over QC. DC over QC. And we're going over 8.4731. 8.4731. And this equals 1.732. So DIQC is a root 3 rectangle. DIQ. All right. So square root of 4 is 2.000. DC over MC over 7.3379. This equals 2.000. So DLMC okay. All right, so now for our fourth statement. And here we say that root 5 equals 2.236. DC over PC. So 14.6758 divided by 6.5632. And this equals 2.236. So then DOPC is a root 5 rectangle. So I'm going to make these all large type. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. So I will sign the work. And then okay. So we have everything done here, and we can save it in screenshot. So this is construction number 32. Is dynamic rectangles. And I will copy this, go to my template, replace the X's. And then we'll type our title in, which is construction 32. Our plan, which is to construct the dynamic rectangles within a square. And our given is square ABCD. Take a screenshot. Okay, and our final statements come from our spec sheet, which is now FDCG is a root 2 rectangle. Now FDCG is a 2 rectangle. And then now IDCQ is a root 3 rectangle. And now LDCM is a 4 rectangle. And now OECP is a square root 5 rectangle. All right, we'll just put a little space out here. Okay, so there are 4 statements, and we can turn this in, and it's ready to go. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.